Welcome back to Well, That's Interesting, the No Surprises Here edition.
That means there's going to be a surprise. There always is. I mean, technically, for like me and everyone listening, it's always a surprise.
It's true.
Unless it's about butts. And it's no surprise.
That's no surprise.
Ever.
It's just
about
disturbing.
Butts?
No butt surprises today.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
She says that now.
Today is episode 103. Ancient people probably got high and made cave art.
Yeah, there's no surprises there. Not one surprising thing about what you just said.
No.
I think it would be a bigger surprise if they weren't high and making cave art.
Exactly.
Cave art is the trippiest shit.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if I was high right now, I would make cave art.
I'd be crawling into a cave.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm never crawling into a cave.
Oh my God.
But for the people who do, that's awesome. And I'm so happy for you. I've just seen too many movies.
Too many horror movies to crawl into a cave.
Yeah.
Especially the spaces we're going to talk about. I'm not going in there.
No.
I'm not going in there.
I think if I had to choose between going into a cave or going into space,
terrible choices.
I'd choose the cave, but that's only because the alternative is space.
Oh man!
And we all know I love space. I respect space, but I will never go there.
It's not for me.
How did I make this about space so fast?
I don't know.
Oh boy. Anyways.
I'm Jill Chacha, and I'm with the anti-space Marissa Riley.
That's me. And to clarify, I'm not anti-space. I'm for space. I'm me personally going to space.
Okay.
Seems gorgeous.
It does.
I'm so happy for anyone who goes there who should be there.
Yeah.
That's a complicated situation.
They can go. I'm good. I'm with you. I really like Earth.
Yeah. Earth is sweet.
I like Earth. I like being on the surface of the earth.
Same.
I'm not going into any cave.
Yeah. Even high altitudes, I'm going to question. I'm going to think real long and hard about.
Where are we? If this is your first time listening, welcome to the flock.
Welcome.
Dr. Riley here comes in cold and learns everything in real time, just like you.
It's so true. I had no idea what we were going to talk about. And now that I do, I've quickly made it about me. And I'm so sorry. I promise we won't tell my life story today.
Yeah, today, my friends, is actually... we're going to toss another possible explanation onto the pile. Oh. For you see, archaeologists have long been equal parts fascinated and perplexed as to what drove our ancestors into caves to draw, to paint, or etch images onto the walls.
I think I know the exact reason. Yeah. I don't need to be a scientist to tell you why. Because they want some fucking alone time. And they wanted to journal. And their form of journal was really adorable stick figures and weed.
There you go.
They just needed
this theory.
Personal time. And they had never seen The Descent, so they weren't really scared.
They didn't see horror movies.
Good for them.
Their
life was a horror movie.
My God. That's really cute, the journaling. Actually, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
We're going to touch upon something about journaling and...
How many times, have all of our listeners... gone home, enjoyed something, a wine, weed. What else do people do? I'm so old and tired. I don't know how to relax anymore. And then they make something. I don't know. We're doing it right now. Actually, we're both sober. So
that's surprising. So why do they do it? You're probably thinking, well, there's no one answer, right? Yeah. In fact, the reason why people create art today are probably the same reasons we did it thousands of years ago and across time. But the funny thing about cave paintings, my friends, is that a lot of them, and I mean a lot, enough for archaeologists to say this is no coincidence but a pattern, a lot are found deep inside caves, tucked away, tucked away in seemingly uncomfortable locations far from any cave entrance. They're just in there.
I mean, as humans, we are masochists, so we like to make things just a little too hard. But also they might just, again, need some space.
Need some alone time.
Need to hide.
Yeah, need to hide.
From themselves or
other people. I get it.
Other people are the worst.
We just talked about the plant that avoids people. So I mean,
yeah.
that's
Understandably. I think
totally
we're all on the
understandable.
same page. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, one example of this, way back in In-Betweeny 090, we talked about the largest cave art found in North America so far.
Oh, yes.
And one of the biggest pieces was a 16-foot-long diamondback-looking snake that was etched into the ceiling. Do you remember?
Oh, of course
like what
I do.
the room looked like that it was found in?
Yes. So it was like a very low ceilings.
Yeah, low.
Sorry, they're not ceilings. They're tops of caves. Low tops of caves. And the person had to lay on their back.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
To do it all.
Yeah. So the archaeologists had to literally crawl on their hands and knees hundreds of feet away from the entrance. It was pitch black.
Yeah, because they love their jobs.
They fucking love their job. So you had to bring some sort of artificial light to see anything, like a modern flashlight or a burning torch back in the day.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that.
Okay.
And yeah, like you said, the distance between the floor and the ceiling was like 3 feet at most.
I would die from my own mind. I would just like...
It was just, find our social media stuffs and look at those photos.
Yeah.
You had to, when you finally got to the location, you had to be lay on your back.
Yeah.
With your torch.
Yeah, and
It's just
have a panic attack.
and just have a panic attack
Horrifying.
while you stare at a snake. Yeah, this is great.
Yep. Yep.
So the big question is why? Why are so many pieces in places like that? Now, before we get into the latest and, dare I say, the most fun theory as to why, Dr. Marissa, I thought you and I could run through a couple of equally fun facts about cave art.
Oh my God, nothing would make me
let's do it.
happier. Let's get this party started. That's the lamest way I've ever said that sentence. So sorry. Anyways, from dailymail.co.uk, quote, women may have produced most cave art.
There you go.
Of course we did. We're
you go.
fucking awesome. Continuing the quote, research from 2013 suggests that ancient cave art may have been produced by women rather than men. When scientists at Penn State University looked at hand stencils found on the walls of caves in France and Spain, they concluded around 3/4 of them were drawn by fucking women. That's right. Awesome.
Because we journal a lot.
We journal. We had to express ourselves. You know, God knows what was going on at the time. Continuing the quote, the researchers drew their conclusions by examining the lengths of fingers in the stencils. Before the study was published, it was assumed that men produced most cave works because they often depicted animals they hunted, such as bison, horses, and woolly mammoths, end quote. That's my full response to that last sentence. Whoa.
Yeah. So our friend Wikipedia has Our friend Wikipedia notes the oldest known cave painting is a red hand stencil found in Cáceres, Spain.
Oh.
Or Cáceres, Spain. It was dated using the uranium-thorium method.
Oh my.
And results suggest it's around 64,000 years old and was probably made by a Neanderthal.
Yeah.
Cave art found in Indonesia goes as far back as 40,000 years. And honestly, the more we look, the more we find.
Yes.
From the Daily Mail, quote, Shigeru Miyagawa authored a study back in 2018 which examined cave art to try and shed a light on how human language evolved.
Cool.
He said, cave art is everywhere. Every major continent inhabited by Homo sapiens has cave art. You find it in Europe, in the Middle East, in Asia, everywhere, just like the human language, end quote.
That's so fucking cool.
Fucking cool.
It's like emojis. We all do it.
Full circle. We're just doing we're doing it all over again.
Yeah, except instead of phones, they had scary, pitch black holes in mountains.
That's right.
Yep.
Tiny holes.
Still sounds less intimidating than this goddamn anxiety brick I take everywhere.
It's true. Oh my God. So my friends, it's everywhere, even in nooks and crannies, in deep, dark spots. And this brings us to archaeologist Yafit Kedar from Tel Aviv University. She told the Jerusalem Post, quote, "I began to wonder why they chose to work this way, as opposed to painting at the entrance of wider caves where they could have also enjoyed some natural light." End quote.
Nothing worth doing is easy. And if it is, make it harder? I don't know. That seems like the general human way.
Increase your chances of death.
Yes.
That seems to be our thing.
If you're not risking everything,
are you doing anything?
What are you even doing?
That's right.
Probably enjoying your life.
No. Injuries or it didn't happen.
Injuries or it didn't happen. Put it on a tote. Put it on a fridge.
There you go.
Tell your mom.
Tell your mom. Well, thanks to Yafit's curiosity, we have a pretty awesome theory as to why this all may have even happened. So, Dr. Marissa, let's not bury the lead any longer. Please tell us the title of Yafit's paper, since it really says all we need to know.
Amazing. I love a good title. All right. The title is, quote, "Hypoxia in Paleolithic Decorated Caves, the use of artificial light in deep caves reduces oxygen concentration and induces altered states of consciousness." End quote. They were getting high with what they had.
With what they had.
I love that.
Yeah.
They were like, you know what? Let's fuck with their brains.
Let's fuck with our brains, everybody.
Get some CO2 or whatever. Right. Lack of oxygen.
Lack of oxygen. That's the magic word, hypoxia.
Amazing.
That's
amazing.
right.
I love it.
Yeah, they fucked around and found out. Yeah, so our neurotic friend, WebMD, describes hypoxia as a condition when your blood doesn't carry enough oxygen to your tissues to meet your body's needs, end quote. So it's a form of oxygen deprivation.
This is so cool. That's why they were all tracing their hands. They were like, I need something easy to draw. It's like, oh, my hands. So cool. Have you seen so much cooler than it was earlier. Amazing.
So, symptoms include thinking your hands are great.
Yeah.
Also, confusion, lightheadedness, increased heart rate, sweating, changes in skin coloration, changes in mood. It can mess with your vision and a whole lot more. Put a pin in it. We're going to revisit this.
Dude, I feel stupid that we've been spending all this money on like other drugs all these years. I could have just been going in the closet with a fucking torch. Partying my ass off.
There you go. The first rave.
The first rave.
First rave was in caves.
Was a cave rave.
The cave rave.
I really want to go to a cave rave now.
Sounds like a really good time.
Yeah.
So basically, my friends, people may have deliberately ventured into already oxygen-depleted caves and further depleted the oxygen levels with burning torches to alter their mind and make art and or to experience the art on the walls.
Yeah, the original factory.
There you go. The original Studio 54.
Studio 54.
Now, people be people, and this seems pretty dead on. But all theories need to be tested.
Do they?
So how do you go about objectively testing a theory about getting high from symptoms of hypoxia in a cave?
You do it.
That's right.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Really?
No, nobody put themselves in any danger for this study.
Oh, man.
No brains were in any danger.
Boo.
After the break, we're going to talk about how Yafit tested the lack of oxygen theory to get high.
Amazing.
And how it kind of holds up.
Okay.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Please do.
True or false? Hats make you go bald. This is actually false. Maybe still skip the fedora, though. Hair loss is a genetic condition that affects 2 out of 3 men by the age of 35. Those aren't great odds. But the good news is that Keeps can help with expert, personalized care and science-backed treatments that are up to 90% effective at reducing hair loss. All without leaving the house, delivered straight to your door. Hair loss stops with Keeps. For a special offer to get started, go to keeps.com/podcast. That's KEEPS.com/podcast.
Have you ever wondered what really happened to Amelia Earhart or the lost colony of Roanoke? Do you ever find yourself scouring the internet for vicious Victorians and their murders by gaslight? Or perhaps you're just sick and tired of women being constantly misrepresented or plain lied about throughout history? If so, join me, Katie Charlwood, history harlot and reader of books, on Who Did What Now, the history podcast that's not your history class. Part of the Airwave Media Network. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Adios, au revoir, au revoir, my friends. Bye-bye. I'll be seeing you.
Hey everyone, Jill Chacha here from Well, That's Interesting, and I am absolutely thrilled to tell you about Spotify for podcasters. I use it, I love it, and it all started by downloading the free Spotify for Podcasters app, which has all the tools you need in one place to record and edit your masterpiece of a podcast. Spotify for Podcasters also distributes your show to all major platforms. So when you hit publish, your episodes will stream not only on Spotify, but I'm talking about the Apples, the Googles, Stitcher, Good Pods, the other ones. You get the idea. And you can monetize your podcast with no minimum listenership required. You could also set up monthly subscriptions and record ads just like this one. So what are you waiting for? Download Spotify for Podcasters today and start changing the world. Oh, and please, stay interesting. And we're back.
We are so back.
We're so back. And my friends, archaeologist Yafit Kadar has just emerged from the Chauvet cave in Vallon-Pont-d'Arc in southern France.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Take me there. That sounds like a fucking spa.
It does. So the paintings in the halls of this cave date back 30,000 years.
Damn.
And this location was one of the many which inspired Yafit's study and was actually included in it. Other incredible locations featured were the paintings and engravings in Rouffignac, in the Dordogne region, which are around 2,400 feet or 730 meters away from the entrance. Really in there, 2,400 feet.
Deep.
That's very deep in a cave.
It's a deep painting. I can't. There's nothing. No other sexual jokes.
I thought you were just gonna say a deep hole.
Oh, God damn it! I missed the opportunity.
It's a deep asshole.
It's a deep asshole.
Deep asshole.
There we go.
Also examined was another deep asshole. Was the El Castillo cave in Cantabria, northern Spain. Quote, depictions there, which include the world's oldest known cave painting, depictions there, which include the world's oldest cave,
We got this.
What happened?
The world's oldest known
cave painting.
Yeah.
Am I oxygen deprived?
I think we both are, to be honest.
We're mostly in narrow passages around 660 feet or 200 meters from the entrance. End quote. From Harry Howard of the Daily Mail.
Yeah, that's fucking deep, man.
Yeah.
That's
very specific locations.
I'm too high on lack of oxygen to describe. I'm just staring at my hands right now. Wow.
So we're going to get into how they were examined in a minute. But Dr. Marissa, I have to show you some of the art in these caves.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I was worried you wouldn't. Right. You always do, but I have anxiety. So I'm like, oh, God, what if I don't see these pictures?
So all photos will be on our Instagram, Twitter, social media stuff. So please come on by and just take a look at how beautiful they are. Let's start with an image found in the Dordogne region of France. What do you see in this first photo, Dr. Marissa?
Oh, I love it. I also love your pronunciation of my name in French. I love this. This is great. It looks like some sort of bowl.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's not like a stick figure bowl. It's like an excellent sort of illustration of one. Underneath it, it looks like there's some red stuff. It actually looks like dried blood. I don't know what the story there is. But maybe the bull had its period. That doesn't make any sense. But who knows? And then in front of the bull is like kind of like some sort of texture lines showing like wind or sky. And then there's a cute little tree looking thing. It's a lovely little scene of a cow on its period.
Yeah, so, it's beautiful.
Wonderful.
I mean, it does look like something Picasso did in his later years, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
So the next photo I'm going to show you is actually a reproduction of the highly guarded images found in the Chauvet cave. So this looks more like sketches.
Yeah, these are gorgeous. Yeah. Like, they don't look like cave paintings I've seen, which are like very specific. I guess I've only seen like North American cave paintings. But these are great. They're various cows and, or actually, I'm not sure. Okay, so this one looks like a cow. This one looks like a big buck. It's got antlers. Here's another sort of reindeer buck looking situation. Here's like this gorgeous sort of goat with horns. They really liked horns. And
yeah, there's a theme.
Yeah, there's a theme. And these two they're right on top of each other. There's something really intimate going on.
Yeah, that is true.
It's like they're 69ing, sort of, but in an uncomfortable way. Good for whoever made this. They were really high. But are very talented. Anyways, there's a lot of animals in there.
A lot of animals
really cool.
in this one, yeah.
They're really beautiful.
And finally, this amazing creature was also found in the Chauvet. So here, this one is, I like this one a lot. It's really cute.
I think this is my favorite.
Yeah, right? I love this little one.
This is really great. It's a little rhinoceros.
Yes.
And it's just so cute. It's so happy. It's got little eyes. It's got a really cute little derpy body. And for whatever reason, yeah, I don't know, these artists were like really into like horns and antlers and stuff. The rhino's last horn, it just keeps going up.
Yeah. It's a very flamboyant horn.
Very flamboyant. Are we still in France?
Still in France.
That explains it.
There you
it's
go.
A big French horn. I hate myself. Anyways, tell me more.
Amazing. So, everyone, please just imagine you're in pitch black darkness.
No.
Okay? You're descending 1,000 feet, then 2,000 feet, and your only source of light is a burning torch.
Okay.
These images, in those circumstances, must have looked wild, maybe even alive and animated.
Oh, I didn't think about that. And you're high.
And you're high.
This must have been like Marvel to
exactly.
them. This must have been like going to the movie theater. Does anyone still do that? Back in the day, 5 whole years ago, we used to go to the movies.
That's right.
And they were awesome. So
and we used to go to the movies high.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, we did.
Full circle.
Full
doing
circle.
it all over
Nothing
all over
has
again.
changed.
No.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, it's a trip. So this brings us to Yafit's study. Dr. Marissa, please tell us, what ingenious method did researchers use to test their hypoxia theory?
Oh my God, yes, we have to learn. Okay, from Yasmin Saplakoglu, yes, of Live Science. Yasmin, I'm so sorry if I totally butchered your name. Of Live Science, quote, the researchers ran computer simulations of model caves with different passageway lengths that lead to slightly larger, in quotes, hall areas where paintings may be found, and analyzed the changes in oxygen concentrations if a person was to stand in the different parts of the cave burning a torch. Fire such as that from torches is one of several factors that depletes oxygen inside caves. They found that oxygen concentration depended on the height of the passageways, with shorter passageways having less oxygen. And quote, I should have thought of this. They use essentially math. They use their minds.
That's right.
I was like, let's do it. Let's do it.
I was with you. I was like, let's just go.
Let's give it a shot.
Let's just get my lighter and we go.
Yep. So we bring some magic markers. See what happens.
Oh, man. Yeah, my friends, the tight squeezes had less oxygen, but you won't believe how much less oxygen and the effect fire had on those spaces, too.
Oh, my God.
Now, our atmosphere is 21% oxygen.
Oh, that feels low.
It's a shocking number.
I deserve more. I'm not usually like this into myself, but I think I deserve a little more.
We do. 25, 30, come on now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, our atmosphere is composed of 21% oxygen. That's the level at which our bodies function best.
Okay.
But in these smaller spaces, oxygen levels dipped to 18% in just 15 minutes of standing there.
That dip has got to fuck you up.
Oh, yeah. Listen to this. And in caves with very low ceilings, the oxygen concentration dipped as low as 11%. Yeah. Which would cause the more intense symptoms of hypoxia.
Oh, my God.
And what are those? Well, I'm glad you asked. Quote, in humans, oxygen deprivation can naturally release dopamine in the brain, sometimes resulting in drowsiness, euphoria, hallucinations, or out-of-body experiences.
Oh, nice.
In fact, scientists who study caves have reported experiencing similar effects even without a burning torch in hand. The added use of fire makes such a state far more likely, end quote, from sciencealert.com.
You know, as like a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
hear you.
That, believe it or not, I could say dopamine is a fun one.
It's a good one.
If you're releasing that, you are okay.
Yeah. You're
or
having a good
high
time.
on something you shouldn't be high on.
Okay, Mom.
Go to school.
Go to school.
Stay in school. That's the word. Okay.
That's the word.
I used too much dopamine things back in the day. There's nothing left.
So if you're wondering at what point people would actually pass out, it's about 9%.
Okay.
So these folks were at about 11%. So
They were getting close.
they were really chasing that dragon and living on the edge.
Good for them.
But maybe that was the point.
Yeah.
Dr. Marissa, what did Yafit tell live science reporter Yasmin in an email?
Oh my God, let's do it. Okay, quote, caves had a special significance for these ancient civilizations. They were seen as portals that connect to the underworld. This just got even so much cooler.
Yeah.
Wow. These findings suggest that the ancient people sought altered states of consciousness and created cave depictions as a way to maintain their connection with entities of the underworld. And quote, oh my God, demon shit. They're connecting with the their underlords.
That's right.
Same.
I mean, you can imagine going down further and further and you're getting more fucked up. And
Oh my God.
if you don't know why, it's the underworld.
It's the underworld.
It's the underworld.
That explains it. That explains a lot.
In the study, researchers went on to conclude the cave environment allowed early humans to maintain their connectedness with the cosmos. It was not the decoration that rendered the cave significant. Rather, the significance of the chosen caves was the reason for their decoration.
That's so cool that this was like a thing everywhere.
Yeah.
That everyone was like, there's something about
Caves.
caves.
That's right.
Caves, man.
Caves, man.
Caves, man.
That's wild, Daddy-O. I dig what you're putting down. The end.
The end. I love it. Okay, who wants to go to a cave this weekend? No one?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, none of us want to do that. We have plenty of wonderful mind-altering ways of connecting with the underworld. It's super easy. You can just connect to Wi-Fi and you're already there.
That's right. Just open up Twitter. Check out, dust off your Facebook and see the hellscape that is.
Or just wake up in the morning. That's pretty,
No, that too.
Yep.
That too.
We're already there.
So thank you for listening, rating, subscribing, telling your friends that people got real fucked up and made cave art.
Yes.
Nothing new there.
Nothing
No surprises.
Just fucking awesome.
Just fucking awesome. And please, stay interesting.
Please do.